What's up, guys? It's your guy Whetto. In line with YouTube community guidelines, if you aren't over 21, we ask that you don't watch this video. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Whetto's World. It's your guy Whetto, and on today's episode, I've got my man Hefe and Steve-O holding it down. They're posting it, doing the most with Balata. They got a whole lot of things going on with that hustle, so you better believe we're gonna dive into it. Of course, we're gonna hit you with a quick commercial break. When we get back, the hustle begins. Stay tuned. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Your guy Whetto. I got Hefe and Steve-O. Let's figure this damn thing out. All right, cameras out the way. What's up, gentlemen? Thank you for coming and kicking it with me, man.
Thank you for having us here.
Cheers, of course.
Cheers.
Off top, man. Congratulations. I appreciate y'all being here. What's up? Where you from? What you doing?
Well, I'll let Steve-O go ahead and start.
I'm gonna start.
Come on, man. What you got?
So my name is Steven Gallegos, born and raised here in Las Cruces. Spent a little bit of time up in Santa Fe after I graduated. Came back. It was too different for me. Came back here. I'm actually in sales right now at Olem Spices,
Okay.
big old spice plant down the road here.
How long you been doing that?
So I've been with the company for 6 years. I've been in sales for a little over 1 year. Yeah, I like it. I mean, it pays the bills. It's decent pay. It's helping me with a lot of, so some of that extra income is flooding into that. So I can't complain. I'm blessed. It's a good deal.
And Balata, this is between the two of you?
It's actually three of us.
Three amigos.
We're missing one of our buddies, Aaron Holguin.
Well, what's up, Aaron? Where you at, man? Shout out to you one time. Got a crazy life out here.
Yeah. I'm Jesus, and they know me as El Hefe.
Hefe!
Yeah,
Put some respect on it, damn it. You better believe it, man. Yeah.
No, I mean, I've been in management like pretty much my whole life. Went from Walmart to Stallman's, and then partnering up with Scott down at the farm with the hemp farm, doing the hemp since we started 2019, I think it was.
Yep, I believe so. In that big ass factory, man, or warehouse, whatever it was.
It used to be.
Was it tomatoes?
They used to do tomatoes there for a while, but it was what was that family that had it before that big place?
I want to say Solapex because I know their names are big for the pecans, but I don't think that's right.
No. But yeah, it used to be a potted plant. It was 22 acres.
Yeah, it's huge, bro.
It was huge. So we've been pulling for the industry, hemp, cannabis, and actually while I was there, just a little bit before, I think we started the patent for Balata and the Tea Buddy. I think it was 2014, 2015.
So we started it in 2017. So our buddy
2017.
Aaron, shout out. He came up with the idea in 2017, and he actually did this on his own. He started this on his own. He hired a patent company. I think the name was one of those as seen on TV type deals.
Yeah.
And so it was like 10 grand, right, for him to start. So he took out a loan. He was paying on his own. He let us know about it, or we found out, and we loved the idea behind it. So we jumped on board. So we told him we'll help you give that payment to get this patent out. Patents, don't know if you.
Oh, they are tricky. They're very tricky.
And
And there's
very
three of you, so you had to split that between three.
And they
You
take
guys are
forever.
shareholders?
So we split it 3 ways. But yeah, so we were waiting on the patent to come out. I think it was like 2 years we were waiting on this thing, and we wanted to see it come through before we moved forward.
We started buying,
with the
purchasing.
company,
That's
right?
exactly how I work too, man.
But I think I kind of took this on myself. I got tired of waiting.
Yeah.
So I put this thing in motion.
Everybody does.
Right? So I was like, no, we've got something here. So we wanted to get that out.
And
so,
what is it exactly?
So
we got some
one of the
hats
right
here.
So we got some pretty
Got the
dope
merch.
styles.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, really what the patent is the tea holders. So
Damn, so you done switched it up completely. I got dirty hands. I don't want to touch your mic. Yeah, man. So you had the patent for the ring on
For
the
the ring,
hat.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
dope.
so
Shout out to my
there's-
golfers out there.
Yeah, anybody for getting out there.
That's cool, man.
So yeah, there's back in like the 50s, 60s. There used to be a hat, but it had it on the outside. So our patent is actually, we didn't want to deal with that because then you have to go more legalities,
Yep.
and then you might have to pay that previous company some money and stuff like that.
royalties.
Yeah. So what we went for is anything inside the hat. So it's patent for anything on the rim, anything on the inside.
Damn.
So, everything on the outside, we really don't have a patent for that. But anything on the rim and inside the hat that, you can put a T on, that's our patent.
And that's a tricky spot to put it in, or to be able to be flush when you put it in a
Yeah.
hat right there, especially if it would press against. But that's a really good spot because it's right there in the back. So
It's in the back. And, I mean,
That's cool,
we've
man.
we've been in the market for a while.
So the whole idea came about. So a lot of golfers, I don't know,
putt-putting. I'm really good at putt-putt.
but what a lot of golfers do, and what we were doing a lot, when you're not using your tee, you put it,
You just shove it up in the back,
I
yeah.
don't know if y'all can see, but you put it there. But so what we were finding out is it gets hot out here, right? So you take your hat off to wipe your sweat, and your
There
tees
it
go
goes.
flying.
There it goes.
Yeah.
So like I said, Aaron came up with this idea.
Where there's a pain, there is a gain. You better believe it.
Yeah, and hired this patent company, but we honestly think it was a scam of some sort. We paid them all this money, and then I think in 2019 they came back and said they needed revisions. They wanted another $8,000 for it. So we were like, screw that, let's just do this on our own and take off with it. So we got a supplier, we got a manufacturer that makes the hats. We got a local a seamstress out here.
Hey, shout out to the locals. Damn,
yeah,
they're
yeah,
doing
for
their
sure.
We
thing.
keep it for
Keep
sure.
it in
Yeah.
made and in paid, baby.
So
Yeah,
we get the hats, we design them, colors, styles, all that. We got visors now too, but we're in charge of that, and then we take it to her. She puts in the T slots for us,
That's dope.
and we try to hustle that way.
And how's sales been going? You guys been? I mean, you've been in it for a year. You say now, so you've been pushing it pretty well.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, what I'm learning in the sales gig, and this actually taught me a lot. Persistence is key.
Yeah.
Just being persistent about it. We're trying to market this thing. The marketing costs a lot, so we're using a lot of social media, a lot of influencers. We're trying to get them to post content for us for free gear. That's kind of where we're at now too. You got influencers that charge a bunch of money.
Boy, it's crazy, right? That
for
per
one picture,
post
whatever.
page and how much they're getting paid is wild.
So that's
but
what-
there's a good market in that, especially if you can tap into one of the
One of the
higher
top
mans. Yeah, dude. They'll definitely. Bubba Watson.
Yeah,
I call him Blunt Watson, but yeah, man.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, what's funny about this is, we went strong. Was it for about a year or two?
And 2019 is our
2019,
kind of
we went really strong. We had the Mad Dog.
shout
we
out
were
Tim
actually-
Madigan for sure.
Tim Madigan for sure.
What's up, Tim?
He actually wore our hats on the was it web.com tour at that time?
It was
right?
web.com. It's Corporate now.
So that's a lot of names. That's a
just
lot of
right there.
eyes.
And we were actually on the Golf Channel right off the get-go, thanks to him.
Talk about it.
wearing
Yeah,
it.
dude.
So,
That's dope.
Yeah,
So you struck
yeah,
gold almost
struck gold.
to say it was pretty quick.
yeah. And then, the thing was that, we kind of laid back and we took that for granted.
Did you get a little
And then
big
we
for your
just-
britches,
yeah,
thinking you
it
got?
was just kind of like, oh,
Bro, I got bit
it's
by the
gonna-
same bug.
It's going to take off on its own now instead of, continuing that hustle since we already had the momentum.
Yeah.
And kind of pulled back a little bit. And then, so, yeah. It
Not
kinda
only
bit us in
that,
the
so
back.
like during that same year too, so we got lucky that he was from Cruises, and he was willing to wear our product while he was on tour, and the Golf Channel actually broadcast some of those events, and we would see him wear our stuff, and we were like, damn, like that's nuts. We're on the Golf Channel.
You're on TV.
That same year too. So Greg Jackson up in Albuquerque, MMA, UFC. I don't know if you follow.
I've heard of him.
but he's a world famous, world class MMA trainer. Holly Holm, Johnny Bones Jones, Keith Jardine. I mean, I can go on who he's trained. He was actually doing I don't know what you call it, like a program, like a New Mexico experience is what it was called. But he wanted to highlight a lot of the New Mexico business while he was promoting for UFC events. I think it was UFC, 228. I can't remember what it was, 208 or something. But Johnny Bones Jones was actually fighting, and he picked our company to promote.
That's toy. That's toy.
So on his Instagram and all his socials, he would be promoting our hat while promoting the UFC event. So again, with Tim Madigan and with that, like we were
on TV, on the news.
Yeah, so y'all got a lot of traction quick, man.
We did,
and you didn't have to pay too much out of pocket besides giving out free merchandise, which is it's a give and take in that kind of relationship. Because I used to hand out T-shirts. That's how I got started in all this shit, was trunk hustling, giving out T-shirts. Hey, wear this, tag me in it. And it's a pro and con to that, because you kind of give it out to see if you're going to really be about what you say. And a lot of times, boy, there was a lot of pictures I had to tag myself in, or you don't have to go find, or I wasn't even tagged in at all. So it's a tricky situation to be able to put yourself out there like that. But you guys obviously put in a good, solid foot. So
it was dope to see. Like,
it was definitely good right off the beginning. But like I said, we kind of got a little, I don't want to say big-headed, but pretty much.
It happens to the best of us, though.
We kind of fell. We didn't keep that same hustle from the beginning.
But you learn, though, and I guarantee it lit that fire like, oh, shit, let's not do that again.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, Steven's been putting, a lot of work into Balata.
Balata, what's
the last hats? He's completely designed them. It's putting his pretty much everything into it. And, he got us into Sonoma Ranch. So now Sonoma Ranch is carrying our merch.
There you go.
So anybody,
go get you some. Sonoma Ranch golf course. You better get it.
Another shout out there to Eli Eilers and Vern Bain. They're the golf pros out there. Vern is actually at Coronado Golf Course in El Paso right now. So Eli is the head guy. But they were actually, we reached out to every golf course, and they had faith in us, and they brought in our product and supported us throughout the situation. So, or our situation. So the other golf courses, they had contractually, they had other obligations,
maintain,
carrying other product and stuff. So it's nothing on them. But they have supported us for a while now. So big shout out to you guys. We appreciate it.
Hell yeah, man. It's always good to support local, man. Keeping it in him is a good thing, or even reaching out to El Paso, New Mexico, but in the surrounding area, obviously we want to keep it where we're close and staying here, man. What is Balata, though? What does that mean?
So, actually, before the hats, me and Flago had this thing that we wanted to put out socks. We wanted to do socks. So we started this company, and, just over beers.
That's where the best ideas come from, beers and garages.
Talking about socks, and then, we kind of had that idea, and it was Enigma at the time. And, when we researched it, or Steven did his research on that name, and it came that there was already an apparel company named Enigma. So, we wanted to go away from it. We ended up putting a list of names and kind of just, choosing our favorite one, and Balata came about. But I know Steven had picked that name, or had wrote it down, because it's a tree, right?
Well, so Balata, it's a type of rubber. It's a type of tree. It grows out in Brazil, I think, or South America, or somewhere down there. But they used to make golf balls out of it. They used to extract that rubber, make golf balls out of it. They were called the Balata golf ball. The technology these days, that kind of faded out. So it was a term familiar with golfers in the golf community, but it was just faded out, like I said. So our job in doing the name search, we look at golf terms, create a list, and then once I started the LLC and looking into the legality of everything, it was like, we can't use that name, we can't use this name. And Balata there was nobody using that name, so we went with it. We like the way it flows off the tongue. It's kind of fun to say, Balata.
Yeah,
Balata. Yeah, man.
A lot of little.
Yeah, a lot, a little bit, a lot of. How about a Balata, baby?
So yeah, we went with that, and I had a freelancer create the logo for us. So we've been hitting it.
Been hitting the ground running since, man, and it's taken off, and you got good quality work, man. There's obviously a lot to unpack in the process and doing such. So with that, actually, what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick commercial break. We come back. We're going to continue with El Hefe and Steve-O and figure out what else is going on with Balata. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. What's up, guys? Welcome back. I've got shit. You already know it's your guy Whetto. I got El Hefe and Steve-O. I'm getting tongue tied over here. We're talking about a lot and a Balata, getting it down, doing the damn thing, man. They're patting the damn. They're doing the damn thing, patting the rim on a hat, doing the hustle. You've been consecutively scoring big here. You're in multiple shops. You're in Sonoma. You're all around tapping into the community, which is a damn good thing. I'm barely scratching the surface here, though, because there's a lot going on. So continue. What else we got going on here?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think, that kind of sums up how we started, where we came from, and what the hat is. I think a little bit more of it is, like you said, we have to stay local. The biggest thing for all three of us, we all graduated from what used to be Oñate, now Oregon Mountain.
Oregon Mountain. It's still Oñate.
Yeah.
I didn't even go there, and I still call it. That's what I do when I showed up in 08. So I'm like, you would change the name, but it's Oñate.
Yeah. So a few years back, we actually sponsored the golf team down there.
That's got to be a cool feeling, too, man.
Yeah, definitely. We had some
circle
hats customly made for them with the Oñate logo, with the T-buddy on the side, the T-slots. I mean, just did everything.
Swing your sword.
Yeah. Heck yeah, man.
Shout out Jim Shoppa calling that. He was our old athletic trainer when we were there at the school, and he was the I don't know what he's doing now. I'm not sure what he's doing, but he was the principal at the time. We reached out to them, and he got us in with the golf team, and we sponsored them for a year, and they were sporting our hats and some polos that we made for them, so that was real cool.
That's dope.
We appreciate that too, so thank you.
Hell yeah. Opportunities are always a good, they may never show up when you want them to, but they always show up right on time, which is a blessing in some things. Yeah, you gotta roll with the punches sometimes. And that's obviously what you guys have been doing, being able to overcome different obstacles and shit like that. Now, having and getting a patent, I know, is a process. So is everything solidified, locked in now?
We're actually patent pending right now.
Okay.
So, it can be anywhere up to like 5 or 10 years before we actually get the full patent. Just the paperwork to get it, all the research that has to be done.
I think we're at a point too, like I told you, this company came back to us and said they needed another $8,000, right, to revise it. So I think once we can start putting some money in our pockets, we still owe a lot to the company, but once we get there, I think what we want to do is hire a lawyer, take a look at what happened, take a look at this patent application that this company did for us, make sure it's legit, and see where we can go from there. But everything costs so much money, bro.
And did you guys, dude, it's ridiculous how much. I think we're all in the wrong business because, goddamn, they like $500 an hour to talk to some of these people for these things. But, I lost train of thought. But basically, what I was going to try to say is, from picking up where you left off and learning those kind of things, the structure of the company, is that hindering anything on it, or was it like a S corp, an LLC? How did you guys?
It was an LLC.
Still is.
It still is an LLC.
There's a lot of options with being an LLC that you guys can kind of maneuver as, no doc required loans and, business deals that you can get to help increase that value and put money in the pocket so that way it can kind of regenerate itself. So I'll happily aim you in the right direction if I can with that,
sure.
man.
Yeah,
so
for sure. I mean, the thing is that we wanted to do it out of pocket, not really trying to, get into debt and stuff like that.
Just being that we're so far into it, like even with the $10,000, right? Like with that, and then each order of hat. It does cost us a bit. So we're in the hole quite a bit. So
You gotta kind of put yourself in one in order to do it though, because some debt most people are afraid of, but if you use that to your advantage, you can actually accelerate where your business is going, and that's something I learn almost daily trying to deal with this monster in here. Yeah, for sure. You know, thankful to it. I'm sure like you guys are, you get to support your own brand and wear your own shit, which is always fucking cool. You can't beat that. But knowing at the end of the day, you're still sweating bullets because you got to pay for that shit. So it's like, how do we maneuver? So it can be tricky, but I think you guys are obviously going in the right direction, man.
Yeah, like I said, we got a lot of attention. I mean, if we push this thing, people notice it. Mm-hmm. We get so stoked when we're out at the golf course and someone's wearing our hat that we don't know. You know,
yeah, this is such a cool thing, man. Right?
Shit, like they spent their own.
I've ran up on a few people wearing a DoWatiWant. Something like, what the fuck? Where'd you get that? Hey, I'm Whetto. I'm the owner. What's up? Hey, how you doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
that's how we are too. It's like, thank you so much. Like, we are the owners of that.
It's such a cool, humbling experience. And then you guys got to see it on TV too. Yeah. It's a cool blessing in that, man. And then, so hats you have now, and you have t-shirts on, are you going to go back in towards the sock game, or?
I think, you
got a logo now. You can put it on everything.
Yeah. I mean, we are definitely looking at different avenues, where we just put out the first official women's line.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, shit.
So it's, the swing woman.
Yeah.
It's not just the swing man, it's a swing woman.
Okay.
If you notice it's a dude silhouette too, and
you gotta be transparent nowadays.
Yeah, what got us thinking about that is we were hiring or reaching out to a lot of influencers on Instagram, and a lot of them were female, right? So we were like, they're sporting a men's silhouette type of deal. So we just came out with some visors aimed for females with the female silhouette on it too. So we want to do
inclusive.
More. Yeah. We want to do more of that. We're looking for the next. Speaking about Tim Madigan, is he retired in 2021? So he was rocking our stuff
just recently
for 2 years. So I mean, we're looking for up and coming talent, golf athletes. I reached out to the state champion. She played for Centennial. And they're, kind of willing to work with us too. So, supporting them and supporting the local athletes. We want to get back to. It makes us feel proud that Tim was local. I think he was born in Albuquerque, but lived down here in Cruces. So he's in New Mexico through and through. Went to state.
Shout out my Aggies.
So hell yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking right. I paid for my tuition, damn it.
I know, hell yeah. I still paid for mine. But yeah, so if any, golfers see this, local talent, you play in tournaments, any type of pro tournaments or any type of media on you, or even if you just want to sport our stuff and take pictures of you in it.
Where are they going to reach you at? Where are they reaching you at? What's it going to be?
Instagram will be Balata Golf.
Right there. Bam, bam, bam.
Facebook, I think it's Balata Golf as well.
Bam.
But everything's just look up Balata and look for the logo, the swing man or the swing lady logo, and we'll reach back out to you. But yeah, it's free stuff just for some free content. We're looking for any.
There you go.
Trying to support, our local
definitely
athletes.
local. Yeah,
definitely local athletes.
Do you think it's so in supporting some of the locals? I find that I may be treading on some deep water here, but sometimes the skill and relativity of maybe a New Mexican, I'm in this boat myself, may not reach quite the biggest audience. Do you ever feel like it's worth the price to pay for a top dollar influencer? Do you really feel like you get the return, the ROI on that yet?
We
think so, yeah.
A couple times.
Really? You think so?
I think you can, if you reach out to the right, top influencers, definitely. I think it'll put the name out there. Mm-hmm. Definitely. But really, where we've been all the time is support local. I think, especially our athletes. I mean, influencers are one thing, but definitely our athletes. I think we have great, athletes here.
Phenomenal
that
golf players.
Seen.
Crazy good out here.
So, if they can help us and we can help them, take their next steps, definitely want to support local.
Right.
But, looking at really answering the question of the influencers, I mean, I think it does help. I know Steven had spoken to a couple influencers. We actually had one, I forget her name.
May Brennan. Shout out May. Thank you.
What up, May?
Yeah. So
she was kind of up and coming, and she would sport our stuff. She's getting big time. She's been on like the ABC show Holy Moly and different things.
Oh,
so
damn.
she's doing
Okay.
big things. So we're looking for the next May, the next.
And I don't say that in any disrespect to any of the local hustlers and people actually putting in the time, the work, because golf is tough out there in the fucking sun all day. I've walked that course a few times, I know, but I'm just saying, as far as just the things that I've done and given to like local community homies, you know what I mean? I feel like sometimes the bubble, it stays in a bubble, so you have to kind of like reach out, and then obviously that's where you have to pay to play. So obviously it's coming to a good head on that. So you're obviously getting a bigger audience.
To touch on that too, like I don't think people in Cruces know that this is a local brand too. So what we want to do is again reach out to local and try to promote it as much as we can for the local support, because I don't think we're getting that quite yet. People see our stuff at Sonoma, and they don't know if it's El Paso. I know they carry a lot of local stuff, a lot of El Paso stuff. Yeah. They don't know that this is legit Las Cruces, right?
It's just Las Cruces.
So I think we want to gain a presence here in Cruces, but I think the majority of the sales and stuff do come from
out of state,
larger influencers.
So there you go.
So the people that see that stuff. Like,
so it does have a risk and reward to it.
Yeah.
It's such a weird thing, because you could put so much money into the community, or the freebies and stuff like that. But like I said, sometimes you want to. Is the sale coming back to the dollar of the shirt you just paid to give away? And that's always something that I had to like, I want to give y'all free shit, but I also paid for this to give you free shit. And then you're already in the hole, so you want to try to, set yourself up for success, not in any kind of wrongdoing. But
I do see that where, when we first started coming out and put the new hats out there, the brand new hats, and our first ones, I think they all went to family members and friends.
Yeah,
and,
quickly.
It just went quickly. So then we, had to order more. And so like you said, it does stay sometimes, in that local, close circle that you have. But definitely, I think, Steven, again, he's done a great job, reaching out to the outside community of influencers, not just here locally, but around
at a
the
bigger
States.
international type thing. And that's golf is so big all over the place, man, and there's so much potential. I think, if my mind does me right on this, baseball and golf are the only two with no salary cap in them. So there's lots of funding out there.
Yeah.
So
we're seeing that too, and I don't know if you've kept up with the sports news, but like Live Golf, came through. It's a Saudi-funded foundation.
Oh shit!
But they're paying like an unlimited amount of money to some of the top
bukus.
golfers.
That's oil money right there, man. Shout out to that, man. Y'all come buy some shit over here. I'll tell you what. Right. And that's what's up, man. And I, obviously I commend, like I said off camera, I commend you guys honorably, man. You guys are kicking ass. You're doing the damn thing. Steve-O, El Hefe, thank you guys for coming and talking to me about this shit, because more people need to know about it, man. So
go out there, play some golf. Shop us at Sonoma Ranch.
Balata www.balata.golf.
Get it.
Yeah. Very unique website, hard to forget. But purchase a hat. Show some support.
And what so we talked. We've already reached on how you got started, where you at, how people connect with you. My last question, more often than not, is what the fuck does Do What I Want mean to you guys in your hustle? Then how do you feel that fits?
I've actually, since my first purchase, I've always worn the Do What I Want. And I think people look at it and it's more, like they just generally look at it, do what I want. But I take it in a whole different aspect. Not just like being as a rebel, but for me, doing what I want, and leaving where I was at with the whole cannabis thing and going on to this and owning my own companies now. I see it more as everybody wants to be a lion, but they don't understand what a lion goes through to be a lion.
Everybody want to be gangster till you gotta do gangster shit, and then it's like,
so everybody wants to be there, but not always taking the risk. So Do What I Want is kind of for me that,
Go ahead.
It's like, do what I want. I'm gonna be a lion, but I'm gonna do it my way.
That's right, baby. That's right.
Yeah, so
Hellbent on success. That's right. And you, Steve-O, what you say, Big Dawg?
So, this guy's been supporting you for forever. So, I see him rocking the stuff, and I didn't really understand what it was until I walked into your shop. And, you're hustling too. I see that too, and I appreciate that. So, I I think what it means for me is doing the things that make you happy, doing what you want to do in this world, what your purpose is,
Fucking right.
and just hustling, being persistent. Don't stop until it happens. So I applaud you for all this. This is dope. This is
Thanks,
sick
man.
shot.
Yeah, it's pretty kick-ass when you come. It's kind of
I mean, this is sick. So I'll definitely stop by more often so we could chat.
Yeah, man.
You're a comic guy, so like I said.
Oh yeah, there's
comics
definitely
sometimes.
definitely a nerd
There's a
at
lot to
heart,
talk
man.
about,
You
too.
see it, you see it behind me. Hey, y'all ever want to get you a rug too? Anybody? I'm always interested in helping out, supporting that too, man. I can't help but aim everybody I meet and come across in a better direction. I hope. I don't know if it's just a part of me as a fixer to try to, if I find something, let me make it a little better every time I get a hold of it. You know what I mean? So if there's anything I can do for you guys as a business aspect too, to help steer you in directions, helping you get a holding company, creating trust, LLCs, splitting up shares and all the little back end funding, because there's a lot. You guys aren't a cannabis business, so you get a lot of funding opportunities that
definitely,
as obviously the concept is working. So, stick to that shit, man.
We appreciate it. Like this kind of came last minute, and so we appreciate you.
Hell
having us
yeah,
on and
that's what
giving
it's
us
for.
This platform, man.
I appreciate y'all coming out here, man. Y'all already know it ain't nothing but love, man. We're going to be out here one putt at a time, man. For you guy, Whetto, El Hefe, Steve-O, Balata, you already know what it is. You want to come see me, 1770 South Tell Shore, come find me, DWIW.shop, click online, motherfucker. Like, subscribe, follow all the crazy shit, hit that bell for the notifications for your guy, Whetto. Till next time.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers, baby. Ow!